Welcome to the CSharp.net and MVC Interview Question video series. Today's question is, what are the differences between value type variables and reference type variables in C#? Let's delve into answering the question.
Value types are stored in the program execution stack and directly contain their values. So when you are initializing any value, any data type as a value type, then it is stored in the program execution stack, and the actual value is getting stored in the memory. Value types are primitive numeric types, the character types, and the boolean types. The memory allocated for them is released when the program exits their scope. So when you define any primitive numeric type or n characters or boolean, then those are the value type variables, and the memory of those is get released when your loop is exists. So if you are defined within a class, that object, that variable, then the memory will get released as soon as you release your scope is finished or your scope is exists. The examples of value types are, so these are the few example of value types. So basically remember that primitive numeric types, character types, or boolean types all are value types, okay, and their values are directly stored in the memory. Reference types keeps a reference or an address in the program execution stack, and that reference points to the dynamic memory that is called as a heap, where their value is stored. So in the reference type, there are basically two kind of memories in the in the picture. First is your execution stack, okay, and another is the called as a dynamic memory, or you call it as a heap. Okay, so in case of reference type, what happens is in the stack, in the program execution stack, it's only the reference, or you can call as the address, is stored in that memory. Okay, but where the actual value is stored, that value is stored in the dynamic memory, that is called as a heap. Okay, and that address is pointed to the heap. So it is telling you that they say there might be one variable. Okay, so where the value you can find, so your program execution stack will tell you its address where it is stored in the heap. Okay, the reference is a pointer address of the memory cell indicating the actual location of the value in the heap. Okay, so the reference or address is actually a pointer which tells you where the exact value of that is stored in the heap. It allocates dynamic memory for their creation and releases some dynamic memory for a memory cleaning. So how does memory work? So you see in the value that the memory is released when the execution scope is released. Okay, it is finished. In this case, what happens is in the reference type, when you initialize the value, it assigns you the dynamic memory. Okay, when you create an the reference type, it will assign a memory, and then it releases, okay, some dynamic memory for a memory cleaning. Okay, and then that memory cleaning is by the garbage collector, that we will see in different video what is garbage collector. Since the allocation and release of memory is a slow operation, here you will see you have to do here you are allocating also a memory, dynamic memory, and releasing of a memory. We are releasing of a memory. Both are slow operations. So you can say that the reference type is slower than the value type. So example of a reference types are classes, arrays, and interfaces like objects, string.
Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like a more detailed explanation, please watch the complete video by clicking on the link provided on the screen. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video. Also, consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell for the latest updates.